Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. So, how has your week been going? Mine's been pretty productive, actually. I was very excited that yesterday I was able to get tickets for a client for Boo Bash. One, that it was the date that they wanted, and two, that it took me all of 30 seconds. If you know that last week, or when they were initially released, sorry, I'm pulling up my, there we go. It was so in the morning, Randy. I can learn your name, I promise. It was nuts. But yesterday was so simple. I got up, I jumped on the computer, I jumped onto the Disney Travel Agent website, and then was able to get that taken care of in, like I said, 30 seconds. It was like ordering a pizza online. 30 seconds, you click, and it was done. It was fantastic. It has been on Friday, Sam had a appointment with his neurologist. The neurology consultants of Wichita, they are horrible. We had, so the way they explained it to me over the phone, because they called me to verify the appointment. They're like, well, we really didn't have space until August, but your doctor's insistent that we see you. So we moved around things and you have an appointment on this Friday. Said, okay, Sam took off, whatever. We get called back really quickly after getting checked in. We're like going, hey, this is going to be fantastic. We're going to be in and out of here really quick. We got in. They called us back at 1:20. They took us height and weight and put us in a room. The appointment was scheduled for 1:45. 1:45. 2:15. 2:15, I go out to the front desk and I said, hey, we're still waiting. And it's been like 45 minutes since we got called back. And they're like, oh, well, we'll go check on it for you. And I said, okay, thank you. And so 2:20, 2:25, 2:30. We've now been sitting in the room for an hour. 2:35, 2:40, 2:45. Literally an hour and 15 minutes after we walked in. And I walked back out and they're like, oh, the doctor's coming. And I kind of went, what's going on? Because we've been waiting for over an hour. And the doctor jumps on me and he's like, we had an emergency and you just need to deal because you guys we graciously fit you in. And I just kind of went, and Sam just is kind of looking at me like, just chill. And I'm thinking, oh, do not get, no. And so during the course of this appointment, he's like, well, MS, if you get overheated, it's going to affect you a lot. And Sam and I kind of laughed. And the doctor also goes, well, what's so funny about that? And I went, he works in an outdoor shop. There's no air conditioning. The doctor literally goes, well, maybe you can go to the owner and ask them to put air conditioning in the shop. I started to say something, and Sam literally reaches over and squeezes my knee. He's just like, no, don't. I literally got my phone, and I turned off the volume, and I started scrolling through TikTok. And I just was like, and the doctor goes, is something wrong? I'm sorry, I don't know about you, but you can't just go up and tell the owner of someplace where you work that, oh, I'm sorry, because of my medical needs, you have to put in air conditioning. That's not how this works. Then he's like, well, another thing is a lot of stress. You have a lot of stress at your job. And Sam looks at him and goes, I'm supervisor for the section and the number 2 shop foreman. Again, this doctor goes, well, maybe you can go to your foreman and see if he wants to take on some of your responsibilities. And so you're not so stressed. I was trying to figure out if this guy was a doctor or a high school student that was just walked in and grabbed a clipboard. Because I'm like, I'm sorry. And that's when I said, I'm sorry. That's not how the real world works. And if that's how your world works, you need to come to Jesus. Because that was the most ridiculous appointment we've ever had. Literally, he used his little knee knocker thing to check Sam's reflexes, had Sam walk, gave us a prescription, and left, and said his office would be contacting us to make a follow-up appointment. Yeah. I'm not enthused. Sam's not enthused. The only good thing that came out of that appointment is that the doctor signed Sam's FMLA paperwork. Now, if you don't know, and I don't really understand it quite all myself, but I guess the gist of this paperwork is stating that, yes, yeah, definitely. You know, I am not, I get massages and I go to chiropractors. And so I'm all for alternative medicine like that. I'm an epileptic, so I've seen a neurologist in my time. The last neurologist I saw wanted to put me on 10 different seizure medications. I haven't been to a neurologist since. I'm sorry, I'm not taking 10 different medications. Then I told Sam, I'm going to call the hospital. He's like, you need to get another MRI. And you need to, you'll have to, anyway, FMLA paperwork. The FMLA paperwork. What it does essentially is if Sam has a flare-up, he doesn't have to use PTO to cover it, but he doesn't get paid. It's essentially an approved day off of work with no pay. He's not required to get a doctor's note because he has his paperwork. But he also doesn't get paid. If he's out for a week because of a flare, then he would get paid. And I guess each company treats FMLA differently. It's up to the business on how it's done. So, well, I'm not going to go into that. But I was just like, I was looking at this neurologist and I'm going, you're the reason why people decide to try to self-medicate. Because it was the worst waste of time. That it was more of a waste of time than when Sam got out of the ER and when he was in the Army, when we first were finding out that he had cancer and he had to go to sick call. And the doctor there were 2 Samuel Halls that were going into sick call. And I went in because I wanted to kind of know what was going on and what they were going to say. And the doctor goes, oh, did the private have to bring his mommy? And I looked at the doctor and went, excuse me? Oh, did that make the little dependa sad? And I just looked at him and I went, what is happening? You bumped your toe and brought your wife. Really? And I looked at the doctor and I went, he was in the ER yesterday with a heart attack and couldn't breathe. What is that? What do you mean he stubbed his toe? And the doctor looked at me, looked at the paperwork, looked at us, walked out. brought a new file and goes, "Hello, Mr. Hall, how are you doing?" I go, oh no, we are seeing someone else. And I walked out to the check-in desk and I told them exactly what he said. And the governing staff for that outpost hospital walks in the room and goes, "What happened in here?" And the other doctor, I said, he called me a dependent, which is a very, very slang term for a military spouse. And I said, he goes, "Oh, bring it to mommy." And he looked at the doctor and he went, "You didn't." And he goes, "I thought it was the guy who stubbed his toe." And he's like, "I don't care if he has a hangnail. You don't treat someone like that." That is one of the problems with military doctors is they're taught to have no bedside manner when it comes to soldiers, and it rolls over into the spouses and kids as well. That's why a lot of people opt to go for off-base care. But I was so infuriated. I went to the head of the governing hospital area at the main hospital, and I reported him. I'm like, I don't put up with that. I'm sorry. Good morning, Christine. Yeah, professionalism is zero, definitely. And it's something that's really hard to find in the medical field is professionalism, especially when it comes to like the VA and military and your specialty clinics. There's none of it. None of it. It's been so infuriating. And that's why Sam's opted not to go to the doctor. It seriously comes down to, one, he has to take off work when he's already short-staffed and he has to use PTO for it. And if he's going to use PTO, he wants to use it to actually go do something like be on vacation, not go sit in a waiting room or in a room for an hour that he could have been at work. It's been so hard. And that's why he's like, and he's like, "Do I have to do the MRI?" and I'm like, I don't know. They were supposed to call. This is Wednesday. They were supposed to call us Monday. Yeah. The VA didn't do anything for Sam because the funny thing was they told us that we lived too, because the VA will pay you to go to your doctor's appointments. They told us that we lived too close to be paid to go to the doctor's appointments. My parents live 10 minutes away from us. It's the exact same distance to get to Wichita from their house than our house, and they would pay my brother to go to the VA. Yeah. Well, I feel better now. It was just such a mess. It was not fun. It was not good. And it's one of the main reasons why people opt not to go back to the doctor. I'm still waiting on them to call back to schedule whatever this appointment is supposed to be, because they only gave Sam like a month, not even a month's worth of medication to try while they put him in the system to rebook for his medication appointment. And it's not even going to be with the doctor. It's going to be with the practitioner. But in my experience, half the practitioners know more than the doctors do. So, and I will tell you that not all doctors and nurses that we encountered have been that way. We had, when Sam was doing outpatient chemo, we had 3 fantastic nurses. They were all in the pediatric oncology area because that's where Sam did his outpatient. And then we had one that was a great inpatient. They were great with the kids in the outpatient area. They were great with Sam. And then the funnier, when they determined that the chemo wasn't destroying or stopping the tumor fast enough, they went from both outpatient they did outpatient and inpatient chemo. And the first night we were upstairs in inpatient chemo, they're like, "Oh, you have the interrogator for a nurse." And I was like, "The interrogator? Why are they calling her the interrogator?" And so it was probably a couple of days later, because we were there for like 4 days. And that was just the cycle. And I said, "So why do they call you the interrogator?" She looks me dead in the eyes and goes, "Oh, I used to be interrogator for the FBI." I went, like, bamboo shoots under their furs. Oh, yeah, water boys, a whole 9 yards. Uh-huh. Sweetest lady. She is hilarious, fantastic narcissist. So I was very confused. And she goes, I got tired of it. I decided I wanted to do something different. So I decided to become a nurse. And so they all just call me the interrogator. I can see that. She was the best nurse. And if she was on the floor and we weren't assigned to her, I went up to the desk and I went, no, we have her. And if it was vice versa, if we were on the floor and we weren't assigned in her area, she would go in and say, oh no, I have the halls. Josh, hello, I'm good. I've been ranting about Sam's bad doctors this morning. And Josh just completely made my day. He called me gorgeous. So I am doing good. Like I said, I've been complaining about Sam's doctors. They're annoying. And they made me mad. I totally new tangent of thought. That's what Coffee Corner is, right? It's all these little weird tangents that go through my brain. I feel sorry for my friends down in Texas. It is hot down there. I mean, it is 7:30 here and it's currently 70 degrees, but it doesn't feel too bad in the house because I had the air conditioners on overnight and the house will stay cool probably until around noon. It's a very well-earned nickname, but she was awesome. And look who's here.
Hi.
Josh from Josh Goes to Disney made my day. He called me gorgeous.
Oh, hey Josh, how are you?
And if you can tell, Christy keeps telling me I don't wear my hair down long enough. So after my shower, I just brushed it out and I'm letting it do it whatever it wants to.
I liked it down. Josh, I heard some exciting news for you. Congratulations. I won't say what it is, just congratulations. Hi, Randy.
But I was telling him about Sam. Wait, where's Christy? Right here. She has. Can you not see her?
There's a delay. They're probably getting the delay.
Okay. I was like, what's happening?
Sorry. I slept through my alarm, didn't get up till 6. So.
And I'm like, it's like 6:30, and I'm like, I'm sitting backstage, and she's like, what?
I was like, it's early.
She hasn't even had coffee yet.
Yeah, I got my coffee.
I was telling Christy because she was backstage earlier doing her makeup. I'm starting a new some videos that coming on the channel that's called TikTok Made Me Do It.
TikTok
and
a lot of things.
Josh, oh, not wrong one. There you go. He's just trying to make everybody feel good this morning.
He is, isn't he? Josh, I'm going to be down there, not too far away. We need to see each other. Well, you can't private message me. I deleted my Instagram. I didn't delete the Instagram. I deleted the app. So you bet you can't private message me there. Private message me on Facebook.
Josh, do you want to come hang out with us? You are more than welcome. It was like 7:08 and I'm like, oh, crud, I didn't go live. I thought I clicked the live button and I'm like, there's no one here. So I just wasn't talking. And I was like, oh, I didn't click live.
I just realized I totally half-assed my hair today.
Yes, she has TikTok, Josh.
I do have TikTok.
But I'm starting
to. You can send me your phone number.
But yeah, Josh, if you want to come on and hang out with us, you can. I've only been live for like 20 minutes. And the first 10 minutes, that was me ranting about Sam's stupid doctors. But I'm doing a new thing called TikTok Made Me Do It. And I spent like $25 at Dollar Tree to like get stuff to organize my refrigerator that I haven't done yet. And I was reading an article on Facebook about the new viral TikTok sensation, a Nutella iced coffee. So I jumped onto TikTok and found it, and it looks amazing, but it requires iced coffee. And see, I'm stupid, and I thought iced coffee was literally like you brewed hot coffee and dumped ice in it. And apparently that's not how you make iced coffee.
You can. It doesn't taste as good, but
yeah, that's what they're like. It doesn't taste right. It tastes really bitter when you do it that way. And I'm like, oh, okay. But it literally said to take a container and put 3 cups of water and 1 cup of coffee grounds in the container and let it set for 24 hours. So I did that at like 2 o'clock yesterday. I was telling Chrissy that Sam asked for a coffee grinder for Christmas, and he hadn't taken it out of the box yet. He wanted he wanted that and a French press. Hold on, I will find it. I'll link it in the chat.
It should be in the description of all of my videos and on my link tree if you want to just copy it from there so you don't have to find it, hunt for it.
That's okay. I went to following, and you were the first one that popped up.
Oh, nice.
So, I mean, it was meant to be.
I pulled up TikTok for the first time this morning in over a week, and the first video that showed up on my For You page was you.
Aw.
I was like, and I had like 30, 40 notifications on there. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah.
Josh, we're not awake either.
No, well, I mean, my eye seems to be awake. It's running. So hold on a second.
Christy's eyes run water like all the time. So I made iced coffee, and we had bought Starbucks Anniversary Blend and whole bean. So I literally just I got a cup. I was like, that looks like a good amount of beans. I have no idea if I did a cup of grounds or not. I'm pretty sure I did over a cup of either a little over or a little under. And so it's sitting in my refrigerator, like all kind of melding together. And so at 2 o'clock, it said you could use cheesecloth or coffee filters to strain it. I have a Keurig. I haven't had a regular coffee pot in years. I literally had to go buy coffee filters to do this.
I got rid of my Keurig. I don't like Keurig for whatever reason. I prefer freshly ground coffee.
But I was reading about the Sam's French press because I bought him an expensive French press from Starbucks, and it apparently you use these and that too. So I'm like, oh cool. I'm like, what else can I do with coffee filters? Because there's 100 of them.
I've never used coffee filters in my French press, but I have them. Maybe I should, because usually when I use my French press, I get some little escapees into my coffee.
So, but no, so I've got those. Today's trash day, and I forgot to take the trash out last week, so my dumpsters were full. So today, after they take the trash, I will finish cleaning up my refrigerator. I will take a picture, because that's one of the things that said you need to take a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Josh said he just followed you, and so he has to follow you back so he can message you.
Oh, I think I already follow Josh on TikTok.
So I'll take a picture and totally pull everything out and do a deep clean and start organizing my refrigerator. So it can be pretty like on TikTok.
TikTok does make people do things, but yeah. So yeah, Josh, I've just been kind of scarce on social media lately, aside from the live streams, because I didn't want to. We had just started doing this one. Well, not this one. Well, yeah, this one too, sorta. But travel talk, and I didn't want to back away from those. I wanted to kind of keep with the momentum of those because it's actually pretty popular. And but I've backed away from like Instagram and TikTok. Like literally today is the first time I opened TikTok in over a week. And really everything, the first time I've physically gone and posted onto Facebook in a week was yesterday. I have scheduled posts that post throughout the day, every day, just because, I'm weird and I schedule crap out months in advance. But I've been very scarce on social media. Very scarce. Like, I haven't even talked to Sammy. She gave me her phone number and I still haven't even talked to her yet. So, you followed me as well, Randy? I thought you were already following me.
Apparently not. He was following me. I posted like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I posted almost 10 TikToks yesterday. But in my defense, 4 of them were all part of one. It was really funny. It was answering questions about the US from people in the UK. It was like, do students in the US, in America, really have to have a hall pass signed? Or is that like something just in the movies? And I'm like, no, they have followed Josh.
We had to have a hall pass sign in the South.
Yeah.
And they only had, now I'm talking middle school here, because in elementary school, you weren't allowed to go to the bathroom unless the teacher walked you to the bathroom. But in middle school, we had what were called areas, and it was literally this big, huge square. And in the center was a sink. That was it, just a sink. And then you had 4 sections that were rooms, and they were blocked off by filing cabinets. So it was one big, huge room. Is so loud. In these areas was each classroom. So you had 20 something kids in each section. One hall pass for all those kids to go to the bathroom. You had to literally write your name down on this piece of paper, and it went in consecutive order as people were pulling stuff out to go potty. And I'm like, are you? And they didn't put toilet paper in the bathrooms. You had to carry your roll of toilet paper with you to the bathroom. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
And then in high school, each class had their own hall pass, and you had to sign out for the hall pass too. And there were always teachers out in the hall because they wanted to catch the smokers. So that was
we had a hall pass. We didn't have a hall pass like that. We had a visual one in the back of our agenda book. Our agenda book was the elementary kids have one that's the size of a full sheet of paper, and then middle school too. But in high school, the ones that they have for them, when you take more classes and need to write down more, are this size. But in the back of it, it's got a hall pass in it, and it's got a spot for the date, the time that you're signing out, the time that you're signing back in, where you're going, and a spot for teachers' initials. And when it fills up, you just go to the office and they have copies of it and they'll staple it back into your planner. But literally, if you were going to the bathroom, you would literally have to put what time you were leaving. The teacher would initial that time. And then when you came back in, you had to give them back your book and they'd have to initial you back in. And so, but I thought it was so funny that they're we don't have to do that. We just we're in the hallway. And I'm not here.
No, not here either.
And then another one was do you really force your students to say the Pledge of Allegiance? That's weird. And I'm and what the way I found it was actually that one. And somebody goes, just wait till they learn about Texas.
For ours in high school, I told you about the middle school one, it was a clipboard you filled out, and then they gave you a roll of toilet paper, and that's how you knew that you had a hall pass, because you had a roll of toilet paper, and it wasn't one of those small ones in your hand. It was those big ones that they have at McDonald's. In high school, the way that you did it is each teacher had their own type of hall pass. I mean, they still had a clipboard. You had to sign out and everything. And most of the time, it was this big orange keychain, kind of the ones that look like would float in the water, but that didn't. And it would have the teacher's name and room number on it. And you would have to carry that. And I'm like, do you know how disgusting those hall passes are? Because those are the bathroom hall passes.
Yeah.
And they're probably really, really gross, but that was ours. I don't know what they do now. And I'm sure Ephraim could tell me because he's in middle school, but Presley's still in elementary school. So they still have to walk in a straight line, stand at the bathroom, let everyone go to the bathroom at the same time.
Yeah, That's what we do with our middle schoolers. We make them all go at once. We actually had an incident where we had to assign grade levels to a certain bathroom this year because in the boys' bathroom, we had inappropriate things drawn on the bathroom walls.
Presley School does that. They have a bathroom in each hall, and each hall is dedicated to a certain grade level.
Yep, that's
and
what we ended up doing.
The kids aren't allowed because you literally have like the center office, like front door center office, and then you have wings that just shoot off from it. And the cafeteria is right here, and the gym's right here. So if your kid is in the main area, that's fine. And there is a main area bathroom, but they don't use it that much. And like if you're, say Presley's in 4th grade, she's going to be in 4th grade, and she's for whatever reason in the 1st grade hallway, she's going to get in trouble. Like you obviously you can tell the difference between a 4th grader and a 1st grader.
See, we don't have that in the elementary school. The elementary kids use whatever bathroom is closest, and it wasn't even something that we started enforcing until I think it was starting to happen about the time I got hired full time. Boys' genitalia was being drawn on the walls of the boys' bathroom.
Your middle school, right? Your middle school?
Yeah, middle school. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And so the bottom floor bathrooms were for the 6th graders. The bottom floor was 8th grade. Middle floor was 7th grade, and top floor was 6th grade because the 6th grade just had 2 classrooms they went back and forth to.
Okay, so have multiple floors. Ours is on one floor, one level.
Our
elementary school and middle school is, but the high school is 2 or 3.
Our elementary is one floor, but it's what really spread out because it used to be K through 6, and now it's pre-K through 5. But yeah, we had to, and then we were able to narrow it down to it was a 6th grader. So that it was nice to be able to narrow it down.
So Josh said, I want to catch up in chat. He said he quit YouTube and barely uses Instagram anymore. Dude, you were monetized on YouTube and just does TikTok. I know your TikTok blew up not long ago. Hi, Christine. You just asked to go and you got to go. And then Randy said he remembers the bathroom key on a wood stick, but that was elementary school. It's different. Like for ours, it was different for each classroom you went to on what it was, but you could tell it was the hall pass. And then he just got up and said he was gonna go and walked out. Yeah, we were not.
No.
But we also had it was all during Columbine when that stuff happened. I was in school during that time. And
yeah, I was in 4th grade when Columbine happened.
I was in middle school. So it got really strict after that. We had to carry clear backpacks for a couple of years. And then in high school, we had a guy that tried to pull a Columbine, and he set off a fork bomb. Like that's when we used metal forks. Now all the schools have plastic forks and knives. I don't even think they have knives. Yours doesn't?
No, we have metal forks, knives, and spoons.
We have plastic now.
I'll tell you all about that in a minute.
He had like this ball thing. I don't know how he created it, but it had forks and knives sticking out of it, and it had a timer on it, and he set it off in the cafeteria. Luckily, it hit no one. And he had a second one he was going to set off in the lobby, and they caught him, and they went out and set it off on the football field. So we had like crazy stuff, but I lived like very rural area.
Yeah, see, and like right now we have plasticware, but they said that they're going to be going back to the cafeteria trays and regular silverware for the fall. But the way like 2 grades go to lunch together because we have a relatively small cafeteria area, and I had to be either it had to be 5th grade. It was 5th grade or 6th grade. 2 of the boys in the grade level below us thought it was a smart idea to tie the forks to their shoes and kick each other with them.
That's dumb.
Yeah. What do you think happened?
I'm sure they both got like bloody.
Oh, one of them got the fork all the way up, jammed into their leg. And so they had to keep everyone in there, and they had to call 911 and took him out on an ambulance on a gurney.
My first day in high school, I'm leaving the cafeteria. Like the first half of the day went fine, but I'm leaving the cafeteria after lunch. And my brother was a junior, and so it was my first day in high school. And he warned me. He was like, "High school, they fight a lot," because our lobby was really big. And I come down the steps to go to the back hallway to go towards where all the like my homeroom was, where the band room was, the drama room, you know, like all the extracurricular stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm walking down the steps, and the next thing I know, I get pushed right into the stairs. These two guys were duking it out and had been duking it out so long that one of the dude's teeth were on the ground. My first day in high school, I was like, what happened?
The way it works for our school, the first day, because I'll go in, my first day is August 15th.
Oh, she froze. You froze. I don't know when our kids go back to school. I'll have to look. She'll be back in a second. Anger issues for them. Yeah. Like, okay, I grew up outside of Knox County, Knoxville, Tennessee. I was in Knox County, but it was like a rural area of Knoxville, Tennessee. And like, that's all anyone, you were on there for two times for a second. But we were being in like a rural area. We were only like 30 minutes from Knoxville, like downtown Knoxville. But it was, I don't know, I guess like everything you think of about what you see on TV in schools was literally my school. All the pregnancies and all the drugs and all, like everything you see on that on those TV shows is for real what would happen in my school, including the bullying, we even have like, you know, you see the schools on TV and everybody has full-size lockers. And you're like, well, our lockers were not full-size. Our lockers were these big, huge full-size lockers.
Yep.
But yeah, literally everything you have seen on TV is what would happen at my school. I'm like, are you guys just following what's going on TV and saying, hey, I'm going to do this at the school? Come on, what's going on?
Right.
But it was crazy. Every time I think about my son going into high school, and he's not about to, he's going into 8th grade. I'm sitting there thinking like, is he really going to be pressured? Is he really going to have to deal with all the crap that went on when I was there? It was so bad that you were forced to be someone you weren't. Like forced to, because if you were even a little bit outside of what they deemed normal, then you were so bullied that you were attacked. Like I have an instance where I was in band and it was the night of the bonfire where the band members play at the bonfire for homecoming. And I literally had 3 girls walk up into the band room and try to start beating the crap out of me while I'm sitting there with my instrument still in its case. So I freaking threw it at them. And I was like, get out of my face. I'm like, yeah. 3 girls ganging up on one person in an area that they weren't even supposed to belong. They got expelled, but nothing happened. I mean, it was like hardcore crazy all the time. You had to have a backbone. You had to become strong. Like if you just let them, they would have ran all over you. And
that's what happened to me up until my junior year. Junior year, in between sophomore and junior year, is when Sam and I started dating. And I was so quiet. And he's like, he's like, and he came and we were doing something in town, and a couple of the girls like, oh, does Lena have to, how much should Lena have to pay you to be her boyfriend and all that kind of stuff. And he kind of looked at me, and I'm over here just like sitting there and not saying anything. And he's like, they finally laughed and walked off, and he looked at me and went, what just happened? And I went, I don't want to. She's at school. And he's like, I grew a backbone that summer. Mm. And they were not prepared for it. Junior and senior year, I served on what's called teen court. And teen court, I know, is different in every place, the way it's handled. And the way it's handled here is that if you are under 18 and you get in trouble with the law, you can plead guilty and you can ask to have your case heard in teen court. And teen court, you are already guilty. But so what they are doing is they are trying to get them the lowest sentence possible. Mm-hmm. And what happened was one of the school board members, whose daughter was a year younger than I was, bought alcohol and had a party. He's still on the school board today, by the way. Welcome to rural Kansas. And so they obviously got caught and they were to appear in teen court. And I said, I refuse to serve on this particular jury. It's not going to go well for me at school. And they said, okay, well, we'll put it off till next month. 2 months this happened. And finally they came to me and go, Lena, we can't put them off another month. We have to try it this month. And I said, fine, then I'm going to be the head juror. And because the head juror in teen court doesn't vote. Here's the thing. They hadn't just bullied me. They had bullied kids all over the county who happened to be on teen court.
Oh, nice.
The next day, I get stopped and tapped in the bathroom. They're like, how could you do this? Because not one of the, like, there's a whole list of things that you can give them as their fine, their punishment. One of them is that they are required to serve on teen court. They can serve 1 to 12 times. There was 1 per month, even over the summer. They gave them all 12 months. They gave them the highest amount of anything on that sheet. They gave them. I think they were still having to pull community. It happened our junior year. They were still having to pull some of that community service into our senior year. And they cornered me in the bathroom. They're like, how could you, what did you do? You just, it was on and on about how they, oh, I thought I had gotten them back. And I go, I had nothing to do with it. I was a non-voting member. I took all the notes. You can go ask Mrs. Jansen. When I said, let's go right now. We're going to Mrs. Jansen's. I literally shoved through them and out the door. And they literally were following me because I knew they were going to try to hit me. And I walked into the office. I said, Phoebe, which was the name of our counselor. And she walked out and goes, yeah? What happened last night in teen court? How did I vote? You didn't vote. You were taking notes. I turned around and went, see? Can I have a pass to go to class because the bell's already rang?
Yeah, ours was like Randy said. You two come across as somebody you don't.
It's taken a while to get to that point for me. Part of it is that military wives are witchy, and it's like being in high school all over again. And if you don't stand up for yourself to some of these, they will run you right over. And I had to, at 19, 20, go, I'm back in high school again. All right, let's go.
Well, I'm not a military wife, but I am prior military. And I have gotten a lot that I'm, well, one, unapproachable, which I give that facade anyway. But a lot of men are intimidated by me.
No, I just felt she's a witch.
I'm a witch. I'm not a witch. I was gonna say something. What was it that I was gonna say? I don't remember now.
I lost the train of thought.
I don't remember now. But yeah, I would definitely consider myself someone you don't want to tick off.
Mm-mm. And I am see, here's the thing. I may not have a whole lot of friends, but I'm fiercely loyal to the friends that I do have. And I would do anything for them.
A small group of friends is better than a large group of friends, because your large group of friends are acquaintances, not friends.
Agreed. And, yesterday, Christy and I were having a conversation backstage after yesterday's coffee corner, whatever you want to call it. And
I like coffee corner. It's a CC like Christy's corner.
And I said, because she has an upcoming trip, and I said, oh, did you buy the photo package? And she goes, no. And I said, don't, because I have one and I have a year pass, and there's no point in you paying for it when you can use mine. And she kind of offhanded made the comment, when I go into Disney in September, I hope that someone that's with us has Memory Maker that I can get photos. And I go, well, when are you going? She's going like a week and a half after I am. So we just linked up as friends and family, and she's going to use my Memory Maker. Mm-hmm. I would do that for my friends, because I knew if the situation was reversed, Christy would have offered it to me.
Mm-hmm. I would have.
But I am fiercely loyal to my friends.
Better have a couple of quarters than 100 pennies. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like having people, I'm a super private person. I don't like you guys. Most of you probably know that. Most of you probably don't even know my husband's name or my kids' names. I'm a super private person, and I like keep everything inside. And it takes a whole lot for me to open up to anyone about anything. And even when I do, I never like open up to one single person about everything. Mm-hmm. Just because I just have this. So to have those few friends where I can open up a little bit to them is definitely very comforting.
Mm-hmm. It's not healthy to it's not healthy to keep everything inside, but especially when, you know the person through doing something like this, and you don't like, and you're like, it starts out as like, oh, we're friends on YouTube. You're like, how much information about my life do I give you?
Right.
Because, if something happens and it turns around and you're not who you say you are, how are you going to use this information against me?
Yeah. Yeah. So like Christina from Playdates and Travels, I've known her since 2017, and I tell her a lot of things, but I don't tell her everything. But I definitely tell her more than I tell any of my other friends, just because I've known her for so long.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So if anyone, no one should ever take it personal if I don't spill my guts about everything or talk about family things. I remember, I can't remember who it was, but we were in a live stream, and it was Spilling Disney Tea, so it's been a while. And one of the followers who I happened to meet, and I've met several of them, but I know it was one that I had happened to meet, saw my husband walk behind me because I was sitting in the kitchen or in the dining room instead of like in a corner. And she was like, there goes the mystery husband. And I'm like, oh. So at that point I was like, okay, I need to move on the next stream because I am super private. And it's not necessarily because I want to be private with my personal life, but he's even more private person than I am. So for him to be addressed in a live stream I didn't mind it because I knew the person. I was like, oh, we're friends. But it was a little uncomfortable. I was like, I'm going to have to move so that we can see.
Well, it's kind of like when I first started the channel, Sam was in a few videos, but he wasn't in a lot of them. And that's because he was still within a year of him being medically discharged. And if you didn't know, even with a medical discharge, there's up to 10 years where you can still be recalled into service if it's dire need. And at that point, he still held a ton of really high security clearances that just expired the beginning of this year, which is why he is more involved now, because he doesn't have all those really high level security clearances. I mean, literally, we get letters all the time. We actually got a letter that our information had been compromised, and ISIS knows where we live. Because the Pentagon had been hacked at one point. When I worked at the chamber, I walked to work. Sam's like, all right, how many different ways can we get from our house to your work and not be repetitive? I literally would walk 3 blocks out of my way to turn around and walk to work. But, but we're like, if they know where we live, they know where we work.
Right. Well, like another reason why my personal life is private is I have 2 family members that have top security clearances, secret security clearances, and neither of them are on any social media at all. And most of the time they ask me if I take pictures of them to not post them.
Yep.
So there's that. And and then also, well, my dad's deceased now, so it's okay. But he was born in another country, and he had dual citizenship until he was 18. So I just don't like. Yeah.
Well, my dad was in Vietnam. He served 3 back-to-back tours with 5th Group Special Forces, and he's to this day he's 80. He turns 83, I think, this year. And to this day, he's like, don't post pictures of me you don't take pictures of me. They don't go in the newspaper. And I'm like, Dad, I have some pictures of you on my Facebook. And I literally had to show him the photos that I had taken.
Make sure he was okay with them.
Yeah. And he's like, well, I didn't know. You didn't ask me. And I looked at him and I went, okay. But they were pictures that we had taken right before we had moved to Washington. And he was like, oh, okay.
So Josh is still looking for an apartment somewhere. Randy said he drove 10 hours to Jersey and stayed overnight with him, but used race online with him. Like, what is he saying?
Oh, no. With him. With who? I think we're missing a part of
the conversation. Yeah, I think so. Randy, hey, I know you travel a lot. You need to be booking your travel for me. Even hotel stays, just anywhere. Yeah. Okay. Good luck on finding a place to stay, and I'm excited for you.
I know. I can't wait. I'm hoping that Josh is down. I think Josh is supposed to be down there by the time I go in September. So hopefully we'll be able to hang out.
I have reservations for that park when I'm down there. So hopefully I get to see him.
Yeah. She says, I was on Tripping with the Turners live stream in April for Magic Kingdom, and he asked if me and my family gave them permission to show us. Struck me as kind of odd, but I appreciated them doing so. Some people don't want to be shown on live streams or in vlogs.
Yeah.
And so I think at this point, it's kind of second nature for people to go, is it okay if you're on my live stream? Because I know that when I was a Girl Scout leader, I had a binder that I had to have on me at all times because one of the girls was the parents were in the middle of a divorce and mom had all legal custody. Mm-hmm. And if the dad showed up at the church where we were at, we were to lock the door and call 911. And we had the paperwork it wasn't like a copy. It was an official sealed copy from the courthouse that stated that mom had custody and that we were not to give her up. So, I mean, especially when things like that, like where they don't want mom and dad, or like maybe they've been taken away from home and they don't want mom and dad to know where they're at. And oh, look.
Hey!
It's Joshy.
Yeah, hey Josh. Speaking of that though, when we were down there, me and my sister down there in October and December, she didn't want to be on any streams. So it got awkward with some of the people that I was hanging out with. And I was like, she doesn't want to be on stream, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's why I didn't vlog a whole lot. She didn't want to be in there either. But yeah.
My whole entire family wants nothing to do with YouTube.
Yeah, so that way too. Kids.
Every time I'm in the park or every time I'm doing something, it's always just me. So I got used to that very quick. I never asked anybody to be a part of anything because I knew the answer. So
Yeah.
My brother was like, "I will see you if you put me in any videos without my permission." I'm like, "Well, that's dramatic."
But okay.
Like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you'll see clips of like every now and then you might see a little bit of each one of them, but for the most part, they want nothing to do with it too.
Yeah, my dad's been in a couple of my videos, like food tasting videos and small things like that. But like when I would taste like food around like a world showcase for like a festival, he would be in videos like that. But no one's ever been in live streams. No one.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently got my mom on one of my TikTok videos, like just recently, like so. It's I think they're just all shy and they don't know really what to do on camera.
Yeah.
And I'm very like outgoing and very like used to the camera and used to whatever. So they I just think they just don't know what they're doing. Plus they're not all really that big of a Disney fan. So like they don't really know what to talk about when it comes down to like Disney stuff.
Yeah.
So if anybody says hi or anybody says anything like comments, I can't see them because I don't have my other tablet.
I'll read them for you.
I can't see anything.
Randy says his son Michael loves being on or in it, but his sister could care less. My kids want the attention, but I don't want to give them that attention, mainly because I have my YouTube channel set for adults and not for children, so I don't really want them in it. But I've had a couple of friends send stuff for them, like Cargo has sent stuff for them, so I allowed them to do their own sort of video once or twice. But other than that,
Yeah.
Josh, I'm putting a link in the private. Can you see private chat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is when Sam and I were looking at moving to Orlando, this is one of the places that we looked. I don't know if I've sent it to you or not.
I think you might have.
Okay.
I am moving in. I can't move out on my own. Like I can't quite afford yet, like by myself, to do my own thing.
Well, Orlando's super expensive.
Oh, it's hell.
An apartment there costs the same as like my house here.
Yeah.
So I just recently found somebody this morning, and we've been having a conversation all morning about filling up her third room as a roommate for them. She owns a house in Kissimmee, and it's within my price range. They're super, super amazing. Like the dude roommate is a teacher in Kissimmee, and then she used to be entertainment cast member, but she got furloughed, so she's just waiting for a call back to go back and work at Disney. And her boyfriend does another job, so it's amazing. The facility and the subdivision is fantastic. The house is gorgeous. So, and it's like I did not want to commit to a year-long lease for anything, even by myself, because who knows what could happen in this time right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to. I either wanted to do like month to month, a quarter year lease, or a half year lease, like 3 months or 6 months. I just wanted to do something just in case. I'm not speaking like negative, but like,
no, I get it.
I've seen like stories of people that went to traditions, that got their traditions email, and then like the day before their traditions happened, they all got an email saying like we've all taken away your offers, like we don't.
Yeah, you've been furloughed before you even get the job.
So, and I mean, this is not like these people got this because like a couple months ago, like it's not even because of COVID. It was just because like Disney was like, we don't need that many anymore. We tried to hire too many, whatever. So the unknown is too
unknown.
Yeah, I get
unknown.
If that doesn't pan out, Jason D. Young, he's a YouTuber and Instagrammer, a friend of mine. I've known him for a couple of years. I don't know if he's looking for a roommate, but he literally lives within walking distance of property. And even if he isn't looking for a roommate, he will know another cast member that is.
Okay. Yeah, they this place seems the place that I'm looking at, because I've been looking, and you have to, I feel like because I've never been out on my own before, I've always just been like here with my family, and everywhere that I've looked so far, something has felt off about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like something small or something major has just felt off and has not made me want to be like, I want to pull the trigger on that place or these people. Everybody's been nice, everybody's been kind, but there's just things in each apartment or each house that just was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to live for a whole year or whatever. So this house just feels great. It's a house. It's a really nice, it comes fully furnished too. So it's like a fully furnished room. I get my own bathroom, which every single place that I've looked so far has been a shared bathroom. So, and they've approved of like my move-in date of being like the 10th, which is nice. So I have onboarding on the 7th, which is like a 30-minute to an hour long thing. So I'll drive down to Orlando for onboarding for 30 minutes to an hour and then drive home.
You should go ahead and spend a park day in there.
I can't get in because I'm blacked out with my annual pass, which is annoying.
Do you have a Universal pass?
Hell no.
Well, I just thought I would ask. I have a Universal pass, but it's super cheap, and I always go to Universal for Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Never seen Harry Potter, so.
Oh, okay.
It's like the only reason I'd want to go to Universal if I was watched all the Harry Potter movies.
It's so immersive. It's that land is like, it seems weird. It seems like it's a completely different park than the rest of Universal because it is so dang immersive. It should have been at Disney.
Yeah, because Harry Potter try to sell?
J.K. Rowling went to Disney first, but Disney wanted to give them an area the size smaller than Pandora, and they didn't want to put in the castle because they already had the Magic Kingdom castle. They wanted to put in one ride and one store, and that's all Disney wanted to do.
And the specs were off. Like, they wanted to make it so realistic. That's why, like, if you go to Wizarding World of Harry Potter, the walkways are small and it's really cramped in there. It really is. But they needed it that way for it to be more realistic to the show, to the movie. And Disney didn't want to do that. They wanted to open it up and have plenty of walking space. So they just couldn't come across an agreement, and that's why it went to Universal. I'll tell you,
Disney they do Toy Story Land.
Yeah. I know. Look at Toy Story Land. It is a cramped.
We want giant immersive walkways, but then we build Toy Story Land. Okay, Disney.
Well, that was years later too. But like, if Disney had won the Harry Potter, like Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I don't even know that Universal would be in existence anymore.
Harry Potter is one of the things that renewed people's interest to go to Universal.
Yeah, it saved.
But J.K. Rowling literally just walked into to the Universal offices and went, "You want it?" Because Disney doesn't. They went, "Okay." She goes, "This is She gave them a whole list of things. They're like, "We'll do whatever you want." She went, literally, if where things are set is all up to J.K. Rowling. She has, like, before they open it up to, and that was another reason that Disney didn't want to work with her, is she's like, this is mine. I have creative control over it. I am allowing you to do this. And Disney went, no, we would, because like Disney has trash cans every distancing place.
Getting it.
Yeah. And Wizarding World isn't like that. And they are very hidden. They're more part of the scenery than they are at Disney, where you can tell she didn't want that. And like when Universal does their Halloween Horror Nights, the Wizarding World, even though it's part of Universal Studios, it does not get involved with Halloween Horror Nights because she doesn't want kids to be scared of it.
Mhm.
The only 1 year they did Dementors, and it freaked out the kids, and so she's like, we're not doing that again. She has 100% control. Like when they built Hagrid's, she flew out multiple times to see how it was going, and she's like, oh, I don't like how that's placed, so they moved it. She has 100% control over that area.
I just don't feel that Harry Potter fits into the Disney theme anyways. Like, it doesn't scream anything Disney to me. Like, even with Pandora, like, the atmosphere feels Disney-esque, even though there's no Disney characters in the area.
True.
Like, there's no Disney anything. There's no Disney pins. Like, the only pins there are Pandora or Avatar pins. Same with Galaxy's Edge. There's no Disney characters involved. Only Star Wars characters. And I just don't think that I could walk into a park. And to be honest, what park is it going to be in? Hollywood Studios? Like,
right.
That's really the only park that it could fit in. It's not going to fit in any other park that's available unless you put it in the place of where Tron is going to be and you make Harry Potter World out there. But like, it doesn't scream Disney to me.
No,
like
it's
the
not
only
a Disney
magic
IP.
thing is Wizards of Waverly Place. Like, that's the only wizardry thing I can think of.
Yeah. I agree with you, Chrissy. If Halloween Horror Nights was keeping them afloat, barely, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But Wizarding World, like,
accelerated it. And that's why, like, I know that they're working on a 4th gate because they've got their water park. It's really a 3rd theme park gate in
Epic Universe.
Yeah. And the rumor is that there will also be a section for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yes, they've already said that there's in the new park there will be another piece that connects to the Harry Potter portion.
But the thing is with that is, like, at Universal, you have to have a park to park pass in order to ride the train to get from one side of the Harry Potter park to the other side of the Harry Potter. How are they going to connect that park? Because isn't it a couple like miles away? There's no way.
It's over near the Endless Summer Resorts. So right now it feels like the Endless Summer Resorts are kind of out on their own, but really they're going to be the ones that people are going to flock to when Epic Universe opens because it's like right down the road.
Yeah.
It'd be like going from the Contemporary to Magic Kingdom, Endless Summer to is Universal Orlando getting a Super Mario Land as well? Yes, it's going. There's two ways that it can go. It's either going to go in Epic Universe or it's going to replace the kids area at Universal Studios. Originally, it was going to replace the kids area, so they had shut that area down. Then they decided it was going to go into Epic Universe. Well, now Epic Universe has been delayed. And so now it's back to maybe it's going into studios. No one knows. But yes, they are getting one.
I do know that, like, that area right outside of Hogsmeade, there's not even a ride open there anymore. That at some point will be redone.
Yeah, but there was a show. It was Sinbad something. I think they used it as a mask break area.
Yes, they did.
There's rumors that they're going to redo that, and that's going to become the Ministry of Magic.
They should do that.
And then you'll actually be able to flush yourself into the Ministry of Magic through the bathroom. I think that's really funny.
Josh is confused about that part, I'm sure.
No, I'm just like, if they create Mario or Super Mario anything, I feel like it needs to go to Legoland.
That's what I was thinking. It should be in
Universal has the rights because it's already in Universal Japan.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, it feel to me like when I think of Mario Kart or Super Mario anything, I don't think of Universal. I think of toys and a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I would feel like Legoland or Islands of Adventure.
Yeah.
I don't feel Universal for that.
I don't either.
Unless they replace like the Dr. Seuss area with like Mario.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that people are wondering is if Dr. Seuss Land is going to stay. But I don't know how.
They already removed the Grinch from the back tour thing.
Yeah.
Like you do the little tour backstage thing. They're not even there anymore. The Grinch and the Who's.
Universal is a grown-up park. Kind of like Epcot is a grown-up park.
Yeah.
Islands of Adventure is more geared to kids. Hi, Nicole. Welcome in. And Randy says poor Barney area.
I will say, though, that I feel like the only thing that really holds Universal alive during the Christmas holidays is Grinchmas.
Yeah.
So if they get rid of the Who's and they get rid of Grinchmas and there's no meet and greets for the Grinch. So what?
The castle projections on
castle projections. And they partnered with Macy's and they actually have Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade floats.
Yeah, that was a good parade.
They usually have it as a parade. Last year, because of the Rona, they actually had all of the balloons blown up in one of their sound stages. And it was so cool to be able to go walk through and take pictures of that. And so Grinchmas really is like one show over in IOA. It's not so much on the studio side, and they really didn't have it. I didn't notice that it was gone when I was there in November.
That's the only reason I want to go to Universal or Islands of Adventure Christmas time is to meet the Grinch. That's the only reason I want to buy a ticket to either of those parks is to go each day.
And see, I'm wondering if that's why we haven't seen the Grinchmas breakfast come out yet, because
they're probably not coming back.
They had Grinch dressed in his Christmas stuff last year, but you couldn't. Like he was, you know how they're doing it. Everybody's away, they're waving. They did that, so they didn't have an official Grinchmas, but they had little pieces of it. But they did do the Macy's Day floats, which was much better than that. And then, of course, they did the castle projections on the Hogwarts Castle, and those castle projections are phenomenal. They don't have like all the fancy fireworks and stuff, but they have projections, and it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Lena.
Yes.
Jossum put up something on his Instagram the other day about the trams coming back and they were starting up again. But I can't find anything on any website or any kind of article that says that it's coming back. I looked like for like an hour after I saw that.
Trams where?
At Disney. I heard that he said they were back. And I was like, I don't know if that's true, but I want it to be true.
The trams in the parking lot, so he doesn't have to walk. Can you, so they have like a parking area, and I've just been told this through friends, I've never tried it, but they have a parking area that's considered not handicapped, but it's kind of like
preferred parking, where you can pay a little bit more.
You don't have to pay for it. It's kind of like a overflow for people that have medical conditions but don't have tags, and it's free to park there, and you park really close, and all you have to say is, hey, I need to park here, and they'll let you. And most of them,
we go with my dad. My dad's handicapped, so we park at handicap, so that's not that big of a walk. Like the first couple of times we went, we had to walk like a good mile to get into the park. But like recently it's been pretty easy because we just go with him and his tag lets us get up real close and whatever. But to be honest, that's one of my favorite things about the park is the trams. So driving in to the park with the tram is like one of my favorite things to do. So I was excited just to hear they're back. But I have a friend who used to work for Disney. She quit like probably a year before COVID started, and she used to work transportation, and then she quit. Her friend that was in transportation at Magic Kingdom stayed and then got furloughed because of COVID. She, about a month ago, works trams. She went back to Disney and started like orientation again and training and backgrounds and all that kind of stuff to start up trams again. So I personally was thinking, I'm like, if anything, it would be now, because there's no pass holders from Florida that are like, the silver pass holders are blacked out. So like there's less numbers of daily visitors in the parks. So I figured like this would be the time that they would start doing trams and start doing fireworks and start doing parades again, like
Well,
festivals.
they have announced fireworks. I think we haven't seen anything. We haven't gotten any emails from through our travel agency about the trams. But since they're starting back fireworks, I'm pretty sure they'll probably start back the trams.
Okay, this is what I found. It's WDW News. It's WDW News Today. So it's one of those take with a grain of salt things. And it was posted on, here, I'll share my screen. It was posted on June 8th that they were putting in like a
Switchbacks.
Yeah, thank you. The switchbacks. And it even says down here, and this was at Epcot apparently. It says no return date has been announced for the tram service, but it's rumored that those cast members have been called back. So that's a good thing. We may see it closer to beginning of July.
But Magic Kingdom's transportation area is not even done. Like their tram station is still under construction. So like, are they going? Me personally, I figured they would have started
with
Magic Kingdom, because there's a lot more in-depth things to take in consideration for Magic Kingdom, because there's 2 different parking lots, there's 2 different crossways, you have to go under the bridge, you have to do all these different things, whereas like Epcot Hollywood Studios are basically a straight shot. So I figured they would have started with Magic Kingdom just to work out the kinks, and I figured they would have been doing it now to like get it going, because me personally, I was like, if I was working at Disney and I was like up there in the head guys, I would be like, I'd want to get everything done now when there's less people there, because I want to get all of the kinks out before October, because August is going to hit and it's going to be madness, because all the pass holders are going to come back, all the silver and below, and then you're now going to have triple, if not quadruple, the amount of cast members, because all the CPs are coming back now. So like they're hiring a lot of people, and they're bringing in the cast members that are going to be CP as well. So the amount of people that are going to be in the park wanting to be parking, which means they're gonna start bringing in more transportation people and parking people. I wonder if they're gonna open up the Epcot monorail finally. Like, when is that gonna happen? Like being able to use the Epcot monorail to get to Magic Kingdom and back instead of having to drive or take a Skyliner. So there's a lot to put into consideration, but I figured they would have started already to get it all fixed. Because October is going to be crazy.
Yes. Well, and another thing that people are waiting on is what's going to happen with the Run Disney races, because Wine and Dine would be coming up, and they haven't announced anything for that.
I don't think they'll start the Disney runs back till 2022.
Yeah, I don't either, but you never know.
His connection went out. So I just checked park reservation availability.
Okay.
For October 1st.
Yeah.
And everything's green except for Magic Kingdom.
Of course.
4 theme park tickets. Select hotel guests are also, it's the same, but annual passes is completely blocked out for October.
Yep. Yeah, I noticed that, and it's been that way for a while. I think that they gave a lot less ticket options for annual pass holders for that day because they won't make anything. And I think they're trying to make sure, like, the eBay sellers have a harder time getting in. Because you know there's going to be special merch that day.
Yeah. I hope I can get, so I am booked for, oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. I am booked for Hollywood Studios that day. I'm really hoping I can get into Magic Kingdom that day. Or at least park hop to Magic Kingdom. And then on the second, I'm booked for Magic Kingdom. So I'm hoping to be able to also get into Epcot. The reason I didn't book Epcot is because it doesn't open until 11, and I wanted to be able to get into a park earlier than that. So I did Hollywood Studios on October 1st, which is all, like, Magic Kingdom wasn't available, and Magic Kingdom for October 2nd.
Go to Hollywood Studios on October 1st at 1 o'clock. Hop over to Epcot.
Yeah, that's my intention, is to do that, or to try to hop over to Magic Kingdom, or to try to get Magic Kingdom passes on October 1st, because I kind of want that exclusive merch.
Well, if you can, park hop over to Epcot, because Remy's Escape, or whatever it's called, opens up that day.
Yeah.
So
there'll be exclusive merch there too.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, try to ride it on opening day, and then you have a whole day to go to Magic Kingdom, and they're gonna have a ton of merchandise. So, we have reservations for October 1st for Epcot. So, what I planned on doing, this was before I got offered the job, but I had planned on going to Epcot that day, tried to ride Remy that day we get there as soon as they open, like walk back there, and then after we get done doing all that, park hop over to Magic Kingdom and just be a part of that. So,
well, I'm worried that Magic Kingdom will be at capacity the whole day.
Well, even if it's at capacity, they're still gonna let people in.
That's true.
You can hop over to Magic Kingdom from Epcot even if they're at capacity, as long as it's past a certain time of the day, they'll let you in. So, because people will be leaving, people will be going other places, whatever. So, because I was talking to my dad about this when last time we were at Magic Kingdom, and I was like, he's like, it's so busy. And then I was like, yeah, it's also after 2 o'clock, so people are hopping over to Magic Kingdom from other parks. So it looks even busier. But then I was like, oh, people also probably leaving Magic Kingdom going to other parks. So
right.
the numbers are just swapping back and forth all day long after like 1 o'clock.
I think that a lot of people that start out at Magic Kingdom are going to try to go to Epcot because they're going to try to want to ride Remy.
Mm-hmm.
It's also, I mean, even before all this happens, people try to go to Epcot at night because they want to drink at night. They don't want to drink during the day because it's hot.
Right.
So like they want to go eat food and ride the rides and drink drinks at night, and then you go to Magic Kingdom during the day. Whereas me, I'm the opposite. I want to be at Magic Kingdom at nighttime because it's prettier at nighttime. But like Epcot's gonna have the special Spaceship Earth dedicated to the 50th, where it's gonna have like special projections and special lights all over it. So that's gonna be something to see, as well as Magic Kingdom, and I'm pretty sure the Tree of Life is gonna have something on it too.
Yeah.
Like all 4 monuments or landmarks are going to have something on it, celebrate it. So it's going to be cool. From what I was told by a friend, I'm going to get the 50th anniversary name badge, name tag, instead of the original one. It's going to be like the golden lace, like golden trim one. Cool. So still don't know where I'm going to be. Still don't know where I'm working.
Not gonna lie, I hope you're in Epcot or Magic Kingdom, and so that we can hang out, or at least I can see you. After getting some news and after being like researching Magic Kingdom, I'm okay with working at Magic Kingdom now, where I did not want to work there before. I was like, Epcot or Hollywood Studios is where I want to be, but at this very moment, I think I want to do Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios. To be honest, I'd be okay with any resort. Like I really don't care if I get put in a resort. I just don't want to be at Disney Springs. Like at all. Like I'm throwing it into the atmosphere, into the world.
Disney Springs is open later and you could get stuck there late.
I hate it. Like I don't like Disney Springs with a passion. Like I have never really enjoyed it because it's just like the free version of Disney, and everybody and their mom can go. So like it's like it seems like Disney Springs is busier than Magic Kingdom to me.
It is.
So
It is. It always is. It always has been.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm excited to work through the holidays. It would be kind of cool to work Boo Bash and like work in like a quick service restaurant, like in, I think it's like Tortuga Tavern.
Oh yeah.
Is that across from Pirates? Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Like during the parties, they give away freebies there.
Mhm.
So like they do like the free pretzels and hot chocolate and stuff there during the Christmas party. So like it'd be kind of cool to like be there and like give out like treats or whatever. But like I also was told that you can pick up shifts for the parties if you're not working.
Yeah.
And you can be like, can I please work for like 6 hours and be a candy person and give out candy to kids? Like that sounds like so much fun.
It does.
To be like have the cute little outfit and then to be able to like just give candy or cookies to kids or to adults. It's like a lot of fun.
I'm excited. I have Boo Bash tickets for in September.
I want to go, but I watched the Tim Tracker video yesterday and he broke it down and like.
Let me see it.
Oh, I need to watch it.
Well, I don't know if it was yesterday's video that he discussed it, but he discussed it in one of his past videos this week. And he broke it down to where like a dumb person, myself, could understand it. And it was basically like, Boo Ball was like $80, $75, $79. And you get to come in at 4 p.m. to like midnight. And you get all these perks and you get all this stuff. You get all these fireworks. You get parades. You get shows. Whereas Boo Bash is like $160. You get to come in at 7. And there's no parades. There's no fireworks. There's no shows. There's no really characters except like social distancing characters where they're going to be like out and you can just say hello to them. And there's going to be like expensive food. So it's like, do I really want to spend $160 in September to just be in the park for 4 hours, 5 hours?
I have a park ticket for that day, and when Boo Bash dates were originally released, I actually went in and flip-flopped my Epcot and Magic Kingdom day so that my Magic Kingdom day was actually part of the Boo Bash day. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, why are you doing a park day on a day that you're going to a party? Well, I'm only there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm only there for 3 days. I'm part of that time. I'm actually there for a scrapbooking crop. So I'm actually giving up scrapbook time that I'm paying for to go to the parks. But I'm at the Contemporary. I'm like right there. So I mean, I couldn't not go. But that way I can get up and I can scrapbook and stuff in the morning to the app and have lunch. And then in the afternoon, I'm already guaranteed entry into the park before Boo Bash stuff starts. And then I can just, grab my, get my bracelet or whatever, while I'm in the park.
I just can't. I just, it seems like a slap to the face. It's like from Disney. It just feels weird to be like, we're going to triple or double the price and give you less.
But you're getting free food.
Not much.
It's the same price as their after hours events.
I know, but do you get unlimited? Do you get unlimited popcorn, sodas, waters, and ice cream bars during Boo Bash?
Yes.
I don't know. That does not seem.
If you figure, and they're bottled drinks, so it's not like it's in a cup.
But
So
like, why try to replace Mickey's Not So Scary instead of just being like, we're gonna have a Villains After Hours this year? Why not just go with the Villains After Hours instead of being like, we're gonna have a knockoff version of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and make people think, oh, we're getting Mickey's Not So Scary, but it's gonna be like a rundown version of it. So because now all people are doing are comparing.
Maybe it's because they thought, Villains After Hours, people wouldn't think it was it wouldn't be younger kid friendly. When I think of Villains After Hours, I would think of an adult after hours event. That's just
like
me.
a Halloween after hours event. It's whatever, and then kids can still dress up, adults can dress up, and then whatever. It's. But
We
I
are.
mean,
You can tell we aren't in charge.
Isn't Villains After Hours still like a 4 or 6 to midnight thing?
Mm-mm. It was 7.
This just doesn't seem worth it to me. To go up to the park for 3 hours and spend $170 for free popcorn and soda, when I can just go buy the soda for popcorn for like $10.
Yeah, I to be honest, I probably wouldn't have bought tickets if I didn't already have. I had like $750 on a Disney gift card.
Yeah,
it was money I have to spend at Disney, so I might as well buy tickets. Same way.
Girl, you can go to the Character Warehouse.
I don't drive, so I don't have a car.
Uber.
I am a girl. I don't want to die.
Take your husband.
He has to work.
Girl,
Take me.
get you some mace. Put it in your bag. You know it's legal to carry now, so why don't you just carry?
Because I'd shoot my foot off.
Okay.
Guns aren't allowed in my house.
Girl,
Okay.
I live in the South. We have guns.
You
See,
could
I
also
grew
call
up
me.
around him. I can shoot him. I just see my fear is that someone's going to break into our house and it's going to get used against me.
I mean, they got to find it first.
Yeah.
It was always propped up behind the door. It was a long rifle thing.
Okay.
What
That's
you
why
do,
you get a
you don't have
pistol.
any kids in your house. Put it. My grandfather slept with a gun under his pillow.
She was very uncomfortable.
I was like, I planned up shooting myself in my sleep.
I
No,
mean,
I
you personally
shoot
could come
one.
get me. I could come pick you up because I'll have a car with me, and we could have gone to Character Warehouse together.
You probably would have been working.
I get 2 days off a week. My full time guarantees me 2 days off a week, so
Oh, that's nice.
I will have 2 days off a week. So I could have come and got you, or I could have come and got you after I got off work, and we could have gone, or before work I could have gone, and we could
See,
have gone.
no, honey. If I'm going with you, we're going to Cast Connections.
You can't use gift cards there.
That's okay. I'll bring cash.
That's the point of going to the Character Warehouse. You can use your damn gift card.
Randy's so right.
I'm going.
Find
No,
with
if
the
we're
guns
going
and
somewhere, we're going to Cast Connections.
Girl, Cast Connections is just like the Character Warehouse.
No, it's not. I can buy furniture there.
Okay, it's not that great. The last 2 or 3 times I've been to Cast Connections, it's not been that great. It's the exact same thing.
I got to go.
It's
Frequent.
hit or miss there. When I went and I actually got a Jim Shore, like a $90 Jim Shore for $20. But it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
I frequent the Character Warehouse
Somebody,
every time I'm there. I go down every single time I go, and I know it's in the Character Warehouse by heart. And we went to the Cast Connections like literally the same day I went to Character Warehouse, and it was the exact same stuff. Not even cheaper, not any of that. It was the exact same products. Like lounge flies were still like $30-$40.
somebody said that they, and I can't remember who did a video on it, that they frequent the Character Warehouse, and they had went in like, I think their video went up. It had to have been this week, so they went last week. And whatever item it was, last week it was like $2.99, and this week it was like $7.99. And they were able to peel the sticker up on several things, and they're raising the prices at Character Warehouse.
I mean, you can just put it on there. I'll come get it. The cool part about it though is that they don't remove the stickers, the price tags from Magic, like from Disney. So like you can tell how much it was before and how much it is now. So like you can kind of get an idea of like, oh, do I want to get this? But like I have never seen anything in the Magic or in Character Warehouse that isn't at least 50% or higher. So like you're going to be guaranteed at least 50 to 70% off your product. And then the longer they have products to the point where they can't sell stuff, they will eventually lower it. So like there was a Matterhorn bobsled Funko Pop with the Yeti from Disneyland, California. That was like $24.99, and it was in there for like a year. And they just lowered it to $14.99 because it wasn't selling. So like things sell. I think you're pretty much guaranteed 50% off at least. Not always though, because sometimes like they have like pens that are like $9.99 and they'll be like $5.99 or $6.99, which is like a little less than 50%. So pens are hit and miss, but their clothing has been insane. Like they ran a sale when they first started opening up again. It was like you get the discounted price for the Character Warehouse, and then you get an additional 20% off of that price.
When I was there, it was 30% off. It was crazy.
Yeah, like you could get a shirt that's $9.99 and then get it for $7, because spare jerseys for like $15 is insane. So, I mean, I've gotten so much stuff recently from there, pens and shirts and hats and fans, Funko Pops. I wanted to go down there. I wanted to take a trip and go down there and get some Alex and Ani's from there just in case, because I heard Alex and Ani went bankrupt.
Really?
Or filed for bankruptcy. So, apparently, I think they overextended themselves or something, and they did too much, and they filed for bankruptcy. From that's what I read on.
They did. Hold on. I'm pulling it up real quick. They filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on the 11th. It has between $100 and $500 million in debts.
Yeah, so I wanted to go down to the Character Warehouse and get some of them for like $7.99 or like $9.99 or whatever they are, and just hold on to them and see what happens. But I don't want to go down there just for that. So, but I mean, they're still in the parks. I'm excited to work for Disney because I get a discount on festival food.
Yay!
So like
food.
When we do like Flower and Garden, I'll get to use my discount on that. And as far as I know, I get to get into California too.
That's cool.
So like a little trippy trip out to California for like a weekend and go to California Adventure in Disneyland, California for the first time.
You can take friends, right?
Yes. Christy, do you want to go?
Sorry, I was working. What?
So you're talking about I get to get into California, and then I was like, she was like, friends, I can take friends, and I was like, oh yeah, Christy, you want to go?
I would love to go. I've never been. I've been to California, and I've actually been to City Walk in California, which is the Universal side, but I've never been to any of the parks.
I haven't either.
Apparently
I get to get into any park except Tokyo.
You've been to Tokyo?
No, he gets into all the parks except for Tokyo.
Oh, into all.
So I can go to Paris.
That's because Disney only owns 40% of Tokyo's.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I mean, I would be okay with just going to Shanghai.
We're going to see a lot of like international vlogs. Oh, Josh isn't vlogging anymore.
Like, are you completely done with YouTube or just taking a break?
Done.
You aren't even going to like vlog your experience as a cast member?
You recently got monetized, didn't you?
I got monetized like 3 or 4 months ago, and in 4 months I've made $32.
Well, that's normal.
Not good enough for me. It's not worth the work. Do you know the difference in why I'm enjoying TikTok so much more than YouTube? Is that when you post a video on YouTube, the only people that comment on your videos are people that are subscribed to you.
Yeah.
And people that feel the necessity to comment on your video.
I don't comment on people's videos most of the time. I
don't really watch anybody, so I don't watch anybody at all. TikTok, you can post a video and you can get 10, 20, 30 comments of people that don't follow you.
Comment on your videos?
Yeah.
On TikTok?
I mean, I have 56,000 followers.
I'm up to 59.
Proud of you. But it's just like the amount of interaction you get off of TikTok and the amount of support you get off TikTok and the amount of views you get off TikTok, it makes it worth it. I go and post a 30-minute long video of eating around the world or
I got a call. I gotta go. Sorry.
Okay, not a problem, Christy. Bye.
Bye.
bye. And it doesn't seem worth it. So
I get that.
it just doesn't the amount of effort and the amount of outcome or whatever doesn't reflect the amount of work you're putting into it. So
I get that. Like something that Sam and I have decided like for next year is that we're going to be going to daily vlogging in 2022. And it's simply because if I don't, because we're going on a 2-week trip, Universal and Mardi Gras. And the Mardi Gras is a relatively new ship for Carnival. I won't be putting out Mardi Gras content until like July if I go with 2 posting days a week. As it sets daily vlogging, it won't even go out until end of February, beginning of March.
I mean, can't you just reschedule your videos to post a Mardi Gras like after the Mardi Gras?
It won't be chronological then.
I don't care. No one wants to watch Mardi Gras stuff in the next month or 2 months from now.
But it's not like New Orleans Mardi Gras. It's the Carnival ship, the Mardi Gras.
Put out Mardi Gras stuff when Mardi Gras comes out.
But it's a cruise ship.
Is it a new cruise ship?
Yes, they just took possession of it.
Okay, so why would you want to wait longer?
Because I haven't been on the ship yet.
Okay, I get you, but you have to wait to get on the ship, and then you're going to wait even longer to post about it when Mardi Gras came out recently.
Yeah, just like, otherwise it's not in order.
Okay,
and then it will be then it will not be in order.
That's like going to Boo Bash and recording a video and then posting it in June. That makes no sense.
November's close enough.
No,
but I am gonna do a real time upload while I'm there, and then I'm gonna go over Boo Bash later on.
You're posting Boo Bash in November?
Oh, I'm gonna post it in September, and then I'm gonna post it again in November.
Okay, that's fine. If you're
I just really can't. I can't upload off the ship. I'm not paying roaming charges.
I mean, are you not going to go on land?
I'm never getting off the ship. Sam's gonna get off the ship. He's gonna go climb around Mayan ruins. I'm going to the spa.
Okay. You're gonna record on your phone, right?
Yes, I got a brand new one.
But you record on your edit on your phone?
Yes.
Okay. So record videos every single day. Do a daily vlog on the ship.
Oh, I am.
Edit it on the ship at night.
Yes.
And then as soon as you get home.
Yes.
As soon as you walk off the boat and you go home, upload them all to YouTube.
Yes. So far, I'll show you what this is actually how this is how my brain functions. It's scary inside of my brain. So far, and this isn't all of them, I'm up to 85 videos that I'll be making for our 2-week trip. These are all the thumbnails.
You're making 85 videos in 14 days?
Yes, sir.
About what?
I break things down by day.
So you should have 14 videos if you're doing by day.
Oh no, but see, then you break them down. You have morning, afternoon, and evening, so you get more content.
Sis, you want to get monetized, right?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Now
you want watch hours, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You post a 30-minute long video versus a 6-minute video?
I'm posting. They'll at least be 6 minutes. They'll be at least 30 minutes each. Yeah.
You're posting 80-something 30-minute long videos?
Yes.
When are you going to actually enjoy your trip?
I'm going to enjoy my trip. That's how my brain functions.
Girl, I'm thoroughly confused.
You should when we went to Disney the first time. When I first was doing my channel, I think I ended up. Let's see if I look at my playlist.
The most I've ever recorded in one day was 3 different videos, and it was because I was not going to go to Disney for a long time, so I wanted to make 3 videos out of that one trip. It was like a scavenger hunt, a daily vlog at Magic or at Epcot, and then it was the food around the world showcase for the festival. So I did all 3 of those, and that was a lot.
Our 2-week trip that we took in December of 2020, I have 78 videos for it.
But are they quality?
I think they are.
I'm not accusing you of having bad videos. I'm just saying.
Oh, I know that. I think they are.
If you focus on like 10 videos that are super, super, super quality and amazing editing versus 87 videos that are 6-minute videos that are short.
They're going to be much longer than 6 minutes. Because it's the way my brain functions. If I don't do it that way, I start freaking out that, I'm not going to have enough content, or it's not going to be good enough, or if I don't like how something turns. But see, here's the thing. If I don't like how a clip turns out, I can delete it and shorten how many videos I have too. This gives me plenty of content.
Don't you want to enjoy your vacation?
I will be enjoying my vacation.
Not if you're making 87 videos.
You realize that some of those are like packing videos and room tour videos and like stuff like that?
No.
Yeah.
I did not do that. I did not know that.
Yeah. Some of them are like room tour videos. Some of them are packing videos. Some of them are, that doesn't even include my travel tip videos that I got for Thursdays.
Oh.
And you have to remember, I'm also doing this as part of my travel agency stuff and, trying to give tips and tricks and show different things that way too. It's not just, hey, I'm vlogging. I'm vlogging also as a travel agent.
Oh. It's still a lot of videos.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos.
Your phone holds enough space for 87 videos worth of footage?
I'm taking my computer with me and I'm going to dump at the end of each day and put them in folders. I also need to, somebody was telling me that Verizon has a cruise package that you can purchase and it's like $10 to $15 a day and it works for anything in the Caribbean Bahama area. So I'm like, well, that's if that's the case, I can video and upload as I go, which is even better.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like those videos, the cruise ones, so like if you do like vlogs like on the cruise and you like videos yourself like on the cruise ship and doing stuff, those will do really well.
Well, I'm hoping if the cruise package is as cheap as it says, I'm hoping that maybe at least by then I can at least get $1,000. That'd be nice too. 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and be able to stream through the YouTube app instead of StreamYard. Because if I can do that, I can live stream from the ship, and then I can maybe eliminate a couple of videos that way.
Why don't you just live from StreamYard? Because it kind of
it's sketchy because it's not really app based; it's still web based. And it'll kick you off half the time when you're trying to live stream from your phone.
Oh, well, I've never done a YouTube live. I've always just done StreamYard, so I don't really know how that works. I just know that I just try to do StreamYard so I can have guests and stuff. So
yeah. Well, guys, we are coming up on almost 2 hours. So I know you're not YouTubing, Josh, but what kind of things do you have coming up for your TikTok?
I don't know.
You're still selling your Funko Pops?
I mean, I'm selling a couple of them. I'm trying to sell whatever's available. My TikTok is currently in a big transition state. Currently, I'm not posting as much right now because I'm trying to focus on the next month or so, trying to get up to down to Orlando and getting settled there. I will still have Funko Pops. I will still have them with me. Probably, I'm probably gonna bring like 20 with me. But I'm probably going to transition more to comedy and stitching and duetting things, and then also like park videos and Disney stuff, hard Disney stuff, cast member stuff, just fun things like that. And then just Disney. I mean, I thought about doing YouTube again. I thought about recording videos about like my move.
I think you should revamp your channel.
I just don't.
If nothing else, upload the same videos that you're going to upload to TikTok to YouTube.
I mean, I was thinking about doing it for like the shorts and stuff, like posting TikTok videos to YouTube as a short and then just doing that. But like shorts messed up my channel and I have a bad taste in my mouth towards shorts. So currently I don't know how I feel about shorts enough to
I get that.
Keep making them. So
worst case scenario is you revamp your YouTube channel too. See, I follow several people who are cast members, and no, they don't post every day. But I love seeing like their, hey, it's a day in the life of a cast member, and here's what I was doing today, or hey, I'm off today, let's go grocery shopping, or whatever it is. I think it's fun. I follow a couple cast members, and I follow a couple professional ice skaters who work on Adventure of the Sea. But one of the cruise ships by Royal Caribbean, and so it's been really interesting to see how they kind of the day in their life while they're like working. So I mean, obviously, totally up to you, but I do miss your channel.
I do have videos. I have 2 videos I'm going to be doing in October. I am a part of Boo Ball again, so like the one that we did last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another swap that's going out in October that I was asked to be a part of. Where I think like 15 channels, including myself, are going to be a part of it. So I'm probably going to do that one as well. Boo Ball is going to be super, super different this year. It's like nothing similar or anywhere near what it was last year or the year before. It's kind of stupid, to be honest with you. And then the other video is going to be another swap. So I know Christy, did you get invited back to Boo Ball?
I did, but I didn't respond timely.
Oh, it's not. To be honest with you, I might not even do it because it doesn't seem very. I don't know how the easiest way or the nicest way to say it is, like politely. It just doesn't seem very like creative. So I just I might just not do it, to be honest with you. I might just do the other one that I was invited to. So give that spot to somebody else that wants to be a part of it this year, that's constantly making videos and is actually a part of the YouTube community that deserves to be in that spot rather than me. Let someone else get a little bit of exposure to their channel. So, but you can expect at least one video this year in October. I might actually, depending on how busy I am in December, if I'm still at Disney, depending on how far or how hard I am working, how difficult it is, if I can get a general grasp of like my schedule for December, I might do Vlogmas and like cast member Vlogmas kind of thing.
That'd be cool.
And like dealing with like if there's a party this year or different stuff. So
yeah. And
maybe like a 12-day Vlogmas.
That's what I was going to say. So you could do, I'm only doing the 1st through the 25th.
That's a lot. I might just do like every 3 days or something.
I've got 12 of them already videoed and recorded and uploaded.
Did she tell you what she's going to do when she goes on her cruise ship or her 2 weeks trip?
Yeah, because she already knows.
87 videos.
It's a lot of videos, but I mean,
that's so many videos.
That's content. I still have content from 2018 when I was at Disney.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying that no one wants to watch it because it's going to be fun content because it's going to be like cruise ship and that's amazing. Yeah. But I just could not imagine recording 87 videos. Like I lost my mind with 3. Like
I recorded 5 yesterday.
Magical
No.
Pop said that they would love to see your adventures as a cast member.
Who?
Magical Pops.
Oh, hey, Magical Pops. Love you. I tried to do 3 videos one time and it killed me. So like 87. I swear to you though, like on one of those 3 videos, I probably put video footage that was supposed to be in another video in a different video.
Oh,
I've
I've
done
done that before.
Where it was like all of a sudden I'm standing in line for Magic Kingdom and then all of a sudden we're at Epcot eating food and then we're back at Magic Kingdom. Like that was not how supposed to happen, but like I didn't feel like changing it. Kind of thing.
I had a port key. That's another Harry Potter term.
Like,
Christy, what do you got going on in your channel?
Oh, hold on, let me look.
Tonight.
I have everything scheduled out. Like I recorded videos a month ago. I haven't even edited them. Like I'm telling you, I've been kind of like off grid. I have. Oh, so we've got Travel Talk tonight on my channel, Deluxe Resorts at Disney. And tomorrow is Magical Makeup with Christy. We're doing Alice in Wonderland, and we have Annie Jones as our guest. Castle Chats on my channel on Friday night. Whew, live streaming a lot. And our guest is Mickey's Magic. The sleepover swap's already done. Get rid of that. Oh, that swap's already done. Get rid of that. I've got, really nothing the rest of this month. Just videos that regularly posted videos on Mondays and Fridays. My next collab is not until July.
There you go.
July what?
July 3rd.
Oh. I'll still be in Jacksonville. Oh, my birthday's on what's the day?
June
16th.
My birthday's a week from today.
Happy birthday.
If you want to come hang out with us next week for your birthday, you can.
We'll be 30.
Big 3-0.
You're just I'm not the youngest. He's the baby now.
I'm old. I'm about a year and a half from 40.
Yeah, it's gonna be. My dad was like, "You have to move out of the house by the time you're 30."
Oh gosh.
And I was like, "Okay, sure, whatever, sure." And then here I am, like
moving out of the house by the time you're 30.
Literally, like 3 weeks later, 2 weeks later, I'll be in Orlando. So I'm very excited. This house is like super close to everything too, so it's gonna be nice. It's like right down the road from the Character Warehouse, so I can spend all my money there. But we're gonna have a birthday party and a going away party at the same time at my aunt's house on that night, my birthday night. So we can make a big thing and promote it for next Wednesday.
Yeah. I will promote that next Wednesday you'll be on for your birthday.
Yeah, we can all do that.
Works. Sounds good to me.
I should get Kat. Kat's off work. Kat's last day was yesterday, so she's free, so she should be able to do a live stream.
Nice.
And then we'll see what else is going on. So Lena Benina Brown, what do you have coming up?
Well, tonight.
Oh, it's time to go. We gotta go, guys. It's time to go.
Okay, bye. Tonight, like Christy said, is our Travel Talk Wednesday night live stream. It's on Christy's channel this week, and we are discussing Deluxe Resorts. So if you stayed at Deluxe Resort, or if you have questions about Deluxe Resorts, stories about your experience, come and join us on her channel. And that is at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Tomorrow I'm on Magical Makeup with Christy, which is Alice in Wonderland. On Friday, I'm part of Castle Chat. Man, this is a lot of live streaming this week.
I wish
man.
you would have left your nasty comments that someone left on your makeup videos so I could have come and cussed someone's ass out.
They made me cry.
I would have cussed them out. I would have gone straight blacked out, and I'm telling you right now, I would have cussed somebody's ass out. Like, I'm not a part of this Disney community anymore. I don't have to be cute and bubbly anymore.
I'm really not part of the. I am, but I'm not. I don't have a home. I just kind of bounce around from different ones.
I don't have to be bubbly anymore. I'm not on YouTube. I'm telling you right now, TikTok is not Disney YouTubers. And I will tell you right now, I would have cussed somebody's ass out. Try me. Like, people are just so stupid.
So I actually have an idea for my makeup tomorrow. So we'll see if it turns out. I want to, I keep telling Christy, I want to show her what came in my BoxyCharm box so bad, but I can't because she hasn't got hers yet. She's like, no, you can't show me.
It'll be here soon, I'm sure.
And then Sunday at 4 p.m. the preview is Sunday there is no craft and chat because it's Father's Day. Even if you don't have a father figure in your life, contact your local nursing home and see if they are accepting visitors. I know ours are. Go spend a morning and spend some time with someone who may not have family come and visit. Unfortunately, some people just dump their family members in nursing homes and never go visit them. So if you can, go visit someone and make their day. Coming up, I am running 6 collabs. I have the Star Spangled collab on July 3rd, the Christmas in July collab on the 24th and 25th. I have the Happy Birthday Harry Potter collab on the 31st. I have Talk Like a Pirate Day in September, National Hobbit Day in September, which I actually have to start working on because that one, Sam and I actually will be eating every 2 hours for a full day. I am not looking forward to that at all. But I have to cook everything first. And then in December 1st is National Grinch Day, so I have a collab for that. I've got some swaps coming up, which I'm very excited about. And then kind of a little random series that'll be popping up called TikTok Made Me Do It, and different funny videos that like organization or try this recipe type of thing. So those will be some videos that'll be coming out too. Thanks to Josh for coming to hang out with us. As Christy, as always, coming to hang out with me and doesn't leave me hanging on my own. Guys, make sure
I have to hop off for a call.
Right? Otherwise, she's like, leave me alone. It's okay.
I was here.
Yes, Josh was here. He was. He didn't leave me alone.
And I am more important.
Okay.
Okay. Here. Most important person here. Guys, make sure to come check us out tonight. Wait, hold on. Okay, sorry.
Just leave it on me.
Okay. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next live stream or video. Bye, everyone.